Welcome to the Mighty Outdoors. Today is day 12 of my epic multi-week bikepacking solo adventure pilgrimage. Might have got the order a bit out of place there. But the important thing is, it's been done for Movember, raising funds and awareness for men's health. Let's stop men dying too young. Day 12, big day of climbing today. Yesterday we had a nice big climb up to temple number 60, and a really sharp one before that. But today is going to be about 100 kilometers with about 1,500 meters of vertical elevation, or something about that. That's a lot when you've got 20 kilograms on the back of the bike. Anyway, enough gas bagging. Let's get out of this service area. I'll pack up the tent, put these big heavy rocks back where I got them from, and let's hop to it. Let's do it.
Get off the couch, ditch all the chores. Let's go for an adventure in the mighty outdoors.
Okay, so it's time for me to leave this service area. I was camping last night. With a good roll mat, you don't feel the hard surface underneath. Now, off to temple number 62, and look, it's about 10 degrees at the moment, and everything's the same. Two things I've changed in terms of configuration for today. I've put on an undershirt. It's it's a bit thicker than a merino t-shirt, but it's something designed to keep my chest a bit warmer. And incidentally, I've just changed the way I've strapped all this stuff to the back. Still using the wrap ties, of course, which I've been super impressed with. Really, these have been so good. Like, kudos to the people who make these. And I've had the bag, instead of having it sort of folded up in a funny way, I've just decided to put it across the back, and it just happens to fit rather nicely. It's the perfect width. Again, you know, Ortlieb bags. They don't sponsor me, but they're the ones that my father chose to buy, and I've bought a lot of them as well, and I find they're great. You know what? When it rains, when it's just muddy, we use them when we're camping. I give one bag to each of the people in my family. That's all they get. They gotta fit it in the bag. Anyway, they're fantastic. Hard working bags. Anyway, great stuff there. Enough about the gear that I'm using. Let's go to temple number 62. Well, that was quick. The 62nd temple is only about 1.5 kilometers from where I stayed last night at the service area. So I flew down the road, all downhill, and I'm here in 2 minutes. I met a friendly policeman along the way who asked me where I stayed last night and was very interested in my accent, which is of course from Osaka. He thought that was quite amusing. So again, thank you to all the police, men and women out there who keep us travellers safe. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Rightio, so just 1.5 kilometers off from 62 is temple number 63. Very conveniently located. It's great when you get a little run of these. You can, feels good. Let's go have a look. I love the big Japanese bells they have at the temple. There's a sign that says you can't ring it before 7 o'clock, which is probably a pretty considerate thing to do. But given it's about 7:30 and so forth, I don't think there's much harm in doing this. If you want to develop spider senses, come and get bitten by one of these. That's the trick. What a monster! main temple. At every one of the temples there is often more than one place to pay your respects, and they're commemorated to different deities, but the main one is always designated as the main temple. That's the one that I go to for my slip of paper, my record of attendance, so to speak. That's where I'm going to put it. Here it is, over here. Look at that. There's something special about temples that are situated in mountains. You know, they're just beautiful. You can see the coloration on the roof tiles. Gorgeous. Right on. So lovely to see temple number 64, and now I've got a 47-kilometre ride to temple number 65. So that's where I'm headed now, from 64 to 65. It's a couple hours, but for YouTube it'll just be a couple of seconds. Here we go. Here's my video log. I'm struggling now. I just haven't found the groove. My helmet doesn't feel right. The hat on top of my helmet is slipping down. I'm just gonna stop, take 5, make some adjustments, and just, yeah, find the zone. Okay, that's better. Fix the helmet so it's not hanging in front of my eyes anymore. Put on something a bit warmer because it is cold. It's about 10 degrees. I don't usually ride in a jacket like this, but you know what? Screw it. It's cold. I'm doing it. Anyway, let's go for a reset. Got about 40 kilometers still to go to the Temple 65. Let's get into it. This is a pretty bleak bit of the journey. It's cold, it's really windy. You know, your body gets sweaty because of the exercise and it sort of chills you a bit. It's not a great deal of fun at the moment, to be totally honest, but one must persevere. The mountains to the side are beautiful. You can always look at those. I guess the fact is, when you're on a journey of a couple of weeks, you know, more than 1,000 kilometers, you're going to have times where things aren't so flash. You know what? In fact, you know, in life you got plenty of times when things aren't so flash either. But what we can do in these times is reach out to people who care about us, to remember that there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good in our lives, there's a lot of good out there. And to keep that, I guess, in mind. And in doing so, the fact that it's a bit windy and maybe a bit cold isn't quite as important. Now, you know, in speaking this to camera, I all of a sudden feel a bit better. So, almost there. Ko-chan, ohayo! Getting it right through this beautiful Japanese countryside. The weather is probably about 2 degrees warmer than what it was earlier. Nice hot coffee and a red bean bun has renewed my strength, and I'm feeling a little bit more mighty, which is good. So according to Google Maps, I've got a 5-kilometer climb coming up. So that's bound to make me warm. Anyway, you know, it's hard to film when going uphill. So this will be it, I think, perhaps, until the top. Yeah, alright. Beautiful, you can see all the rice fields have been harvested. It's getting to that time of year. Anyway, beautiful little homes. Alright, onwards and upwards to infinity and beyond! Okie dokies, about 500 meters left to go to temple number 65, the Sankakuji. And although the first bit through the little village was a really steep section, the latter part has been alright. Hasn't been nearly as tough as what I thought it was going to be, which is great. Doesn't mean it's easy, just doesn't mean it was quite as hard as what I thought it was going to be. I reckon I'll see it any second, the temple. Looks like it's got to be close. Through these trees somewhere. Anyway, I'll find it in a second. The road surface is a bit, you know, a little bit, you know, how you going, but that's okay. Oh, there's a sign that says Sankakuji this way. Alright, well that's the way we'll go. That's it, done it. Arrived at temple number 65. The Sankakuji, which means the triangle temple. The triangle temple. I don't know what the triangular reference is, but perhaps we'll find out if we go inside. Let's check it out. So the Sankakuji, temple number 65, is gorgeous. Up high in the mountains, it's beautifully manicured, very well cared for, and really quite a beautiful place. 65 is done. The next one is, according to the monk who I just spoke to, twice the altitude of 65. And he's given me some directions on how to get there. So that's the next challenge. It's going to be a big one. Once I'm at the top of that, then I think that'll probably be the biggest climb that I've got to do between now and the end of this epic adventure. So let's do it. Let's hop to it. All in the name of men's health this Movember. So I'm here with my friend Haruka. Haruka is traveling all around Japan. Haruka is a mental health nurse, and it's wonderful to meet him and to have a chance to hear about the good work he does. And I'm glad to see that you're looking after yourself by taking a bit of time out from your work to refresh and renew. So it's very good, of course, being Movember, to meet people in the medical field who do so much for others. 頑張ってください。
こちらこそ頑張ってください。
See you, mate.
ありがとうございます。
Just keeping a steady pace. Steady. Unpenji, 11 kilometers. Number 66, 11 kilometers away. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's do it. About a kilometre and a half from the top, but I just wanted to stop and appreciate this. Isn't it gorgeous? Just these mountains, they're all huge too. At the moment, according to my device, it says that we are at an altitude of 703 meters. Past the parking lot. I'm on Temple Grounds. I'm almost there. The road turns to concrete. Super smooth. Look at these trees. There is an innate beauty to these forests. Welcome to Unpenji Temple, Shikoku Pilgrimage Temple number 66. Congratulations for making it here, pilgrim. Let's make the Shikoku Pilgrimage a World Heritage Site. Going through the eggplant. Sit on the eggplant. Things that people are praying for. flower of the eggplant will always become a fruit. And the importance of this was that nothing is wasted. Everything that you do is worth something. I just like eggplants. Excellent. So that was Temple 66, and the attendant has told me it's all downhill from here, all the way down to 67. Now, you don't have to ride your bike up here. You can take the ropeway, and you know, unless you're doing it for the purpose of Movember, I reckon the ropeway would probably be a pretty good idea. Anyway, time to jump on the bike and to carefully make my way down. Definitely putting on a jacket though. Yeah, okay. We're 900 meters above sea level, so it's not surprising that it's a bit chilly. Okay. Temple 66. Get your kicks. Alright, big day on the bike. Bit over 7.5 hours moving time. More than 100 kilometers and more than 1,500 meters of vertical ascent. I've stopped in on a family mart to buy some food on the way through here, and I've arrived at my accommodation for the evening, which, well, I'm going to go check it out now. I think it'll be nice and simple, and that's fine. Because all I need to do is have a wash, have a feed, have a good night's rest, get up and do it all again tomorrow. Alright, so thanks for joining me today in the Mighty Outdoors, and I can't wait to see you next time in the Mighty Outdoors. Hooroo!